I'm Warren, and this is the Mender Drum Countdown, the show in which we count down 5 notable, odd, or factual things from pop culture. This week, we're going to be looking at 5 odd things from the original Star Wars trilogy. Obviously, that means there's going to be spoilers ahead, but you've had roughly 40 years to watch this thing, and if you haven't done it yet, you probably weren't going to.
Number 5. Anakin's Force Ghost. Let's set aside the fact that Anakin getting a Force Ghost at the end of Return of the Jedi, after years of being a first-class badger's bottom, is a little weird. The real question here is, what did Anakin ever do to deserve being such a young Force Ghost? Obi-Wan got an old Force Ghost, Yoda got an old Force Ghost, and Anakin gets to be Hayden Christensen. It seems there is nothing that smooths and stimulates the cutaneous microrelief, reducing the appearance of wrinkles and leading to a younger appearing skin, quite like the dark side. Number 4. Leia remembers Padme. In Return of the Jedi, Luke and Leia have a conversation that caused something of a stir at the time of the movie's release, but nothing quite like the commotion it caused years later with the release of the prequels. In this conversation, it's revealed that Leia remembers Luke and her mother as being kind but sad. Of course, the prequels messed this up by showing their mother Padme dying shortly after the birth of the twins. Not from childbirth, mind, but from the misery of Anakin turning to the dark side. As it happens, there is a retcon explanation, and it's not just that George Lucas was making it up on the fly and the later movies hadn't even been thought of. In Patricia C. Reed's novelization of Episode 3, she describes the newborn Leia as looking around her, intent to memorize every detail. Perhaps as she lay dying, Padme was feeling kind but sad. Number 3. Escape from the Hutt. Return of the Jedi begins with Luke and the other members of the Secret Seven all trying to rescue a frozen Han Solo from crime lord Jabba the Hutt. It's a swashbuckling adventure, all right, but has anyone stopped to examine just how truly ridiculous Luke's rescue plan actually is? This plan seems to hinge on creating a number of different and believable ways to get everyone Luke likes into Jabba's palace and close to the crime lord. But for it to work, a number of things must happen that are pointless and require extreme luck to even be of value. First, Lando needs to get a job as one of Jabba's guards. He's run a city. Any decent HR would have seen through his CV and weeded him out as being overqualified. Then, C-3PO and R2-D2 need to offer themselves as gifts in exchange for Han, without C-3PO's knowledge of this, and Jabba needs to refuse the offer of exchange, but take them captive anyway. Next up, Leia, Luke's own sister, remember, has to show up dressed as a bounty hunter pretending to sell Chewbacca to Jabba. It is likely assumed that this attempt will backfire, and she and Chewie will both be taken captive, which sure enough happens just after Leia has unfrozen Han Solo. Jabba, already having promised to pay for Chewie and imprisoning him, drops a curtain like a cheap stage magician, revealing himself to her, enslaving her, dressing her in the famous gold bikini, and subjecting her to numerous creepy assaults. Finally, Luke shows up. He uses the Force to get past the door guards and his new fighting prowess to defeat the Rancor before being easily overcome and captured by normal guards. What Jabba doesn't know, however, is that the next thing he does is exactly what Luke expected all along. He sentences Han, Chewie, and Luke to death, orders Lando on board the skiff as his guard, has both robots on hand as personal close assistants, despite knowing they originally came to his palace to barter for Han's life, and brings Leia along on a chain just for a laugh. This provides Luke the perfect opportunity to spring his trap and reveal that he has hidden his lightsaber in R2-D2 all along, allowing him to fight himself free while Leia, who is right next to Jabba, strangles the slug with the chain that's conveniently close at hand. Boom! I mean, I guess Lando could have just haggled for Han as a job perk. I want a pension, medical, and that weird metal poster hanging in your office. Or failing that, as an official guard, could have just waited for the right opportunity to unfreeze Han and walked right out the front door with him. But where's the Sarlacc pit in that? Number 2. Chewbaccas Meat. Get your mind out of the gutter. Everyone thinks of Chewbacca as being some kind of living throw rug, a Scottish terrier with acromegaly, or what happens after 20 years of not cleaning the dust bunnies from under the bed. No one expects him to be basically a wild beast with the instincts of a trash heap raccoon. Nearing the end of Return of the Jedi, our heroes venture to the planet of Endor, where Chewbacca sees some still twitching meat on the end of a stick, and is so overcome with hunger that he lunges to consume it, resulting in everyone getting caught in a net. A furry orange thing that would eat your cat the second they saw it. Chewbacca is an elf. Elf is a Chewbacca. The 80s pop culture circle is complete. Number 1. Luke's aunt and uncle. In a very petulant scene in A New Hope, Luke can be seen speaking to his Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen about his desire to go to the Imperial Academy. Uncle Owen explains that they can't afford for Luke to go to the Imperial Academy that year, as he needs to help with the harvest. That's fair enough. It's clear that Luke's aunt and uncle don't make a great living as moisture farmers on Tatooine, and need to wring every credit from the precious dewdrops they collect. Moisture is an important commodity on the desert planet, and the drops they collect could mean the difference between life and death. But you can't help but feel a little sorry for Luke when his malicious Aunt Beru is later seen steaming lettuce. Firstly, does Beru not know that steaming is basically the most dew-intensive way to cook anything that there is? That one meal could likely have sent 3 Lukes to the Imperial Academy. And secondly, lettuce? You don't even need to cook a lettuce, let alone steam it. Am I saying that Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru deserved to die? Well, no, but it certainly is ironic that a little extra water probably could have saved their lives.
So, those are the things. Is there anything significant that you think we've missed? Please tell us in the comments. Otherwise, if you liked this video, please click like, share, subscribe, or send us mail bombs in the post. Please don't send us mail bombs in the post. We got 3 last week, and that's roughly 3 too many.